I don't know if that was my best work. Hello, friends. What a time it is right now. I am currently working from home because my kids are sick. And I'm not allowed to go into work today, just to keep with the proper regulations. So I'm nerding it up right now, my old Nerd Night shirt, and I figured I might as well create a little video for teachers about some really simple tools you can use when you're doing online learning. You're probably wondering about my hat going, the heck's up with this dude's hat? Um, it's because we miss our kids, so I'm trying to I live in Fort Saskatchewan where it's like lots of hockey boys, so just, if I can float my hat, turn it a little bit like this, then there we go. It's like being at home, you know. All right, so I want to show you some really simple and easy to use tools, and I'll progress. Some are going to be ultra straightforward, and you'll be able to skip through. I'll have in the description below the times when each of the videos starts. So just a variety of different tools you can use. So let's go for remote learning. So here I am down in the corner. Hello. First one here, WhiteBoard.com. Literally, don't even worry about starting a Hangout or anything. Here's what you do. You go to create a free whiteboard. And this website, I think it's getting bombarded with people because it is taking a long time sometimes to create a whiteboard. So I would recommend going into the creating first. If you have an issue where it doesn't seem to load and you're on a school device, to the left here, you're going to see a lock, and then sometimes you have to go here to allow because this is a Flash-based thing, and then give it the old college try. So having the old coffee. Whiteboard, you can see right here, first of all, it's going to say expires in 21 days. Don't worry because you can just download it. So this is saying here is where you can share the board and the information with people. So we're just going to take that and scroll that over. So it is exactly what it sounds like. It is a web-based board. You got different drawing tools. You got some straight text, erasing, and then some notes. So, you know, you can be like a math teacher going, boom, boom, here's some Pythagorean things. Do some stuff. How do you get this? And then you can draw it all out. You can add little notes of like, it is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So super easy, free, and I'm a big proponent of free, as most of you guys who follow me know. So you can do this. Then of course you can just download this as one straight board. So when you download it, what you'll get is this is what it'll kind of look like, and you can download a version of it, and you can chuck it into, you know, a slideshow or whatever the case may be. Okay. Now, I want to go to next. If you want to do what I'm doing and do a screen record where you can teach a lesson using this online whiteboard, you're going to go to Screencastify.com and you're going to add to Chrome because it's free. And free is best. So we're going to go over here. We're going to add it to the old Chrome Dome. Add the extension here. Here we are. So I'm literally doing this in real time to show you how simple it is. And then it's going to say, hey, cool. So how do we use it? So I'm on Web Whiteboard. First of all, if you want to learn, you can go to For School here. You can go to Courses. And you can actually take some little courses here. They tell you the length and the instructor. And it will help you learn how to do some app smashing, which means putting apps together, the basics of it. But I will show you that. If I go back to my Web Whiteboard, and let's say I want to record a lesson. So I would click right here. And what's going to happen is you're going to sign in with Google because we are all googly and we need to use all of the Google things. And I will just sign in. And again, I'm not editing this in any way. I just want you guys to see how simple it is. You're going to give permission to your camera and for drawing and annotation. And you're going to say allow because you want it. And you're going to say allow to use your microphone and camera. And it's going to go like this, and it's going to say confetti and super amazing. Here we are. You are ready to start recording. Now, don't worry about unlimited use, okay? Because we don't need to worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to close this. We're going to go to our web whiteboard. Now I'm using one called Screencast-O-Matic right now, which is web desktop based, and it's a little more high end for me for the video recordings I do. So for you, you don't have to worry about this one because it's Chrome based. So just click right here, and I'm not going to do the next step, but you're going to embed your webcam. You're going to see it's detecting my microphone right now. If you have multiple microphones, like if you're wearing the Apple headphones or AirPods or something that contain a microphone in them, you'll be able to switch the different one here, and then you'll be able to go and click embed your webcam, which again I said I won't do because I've got mine recording already. You can go to browser and it'll actually pick the tab that you use. You go to desktop, and desktop will record all of the screen like I'm doing right now. It'll combo both if you want, or you can go webcam only if you just want to do like a message to your kids. You simply hit record, and when it's done, it will give you a file to save. And then you take that file and you can share it on anything that you want. So hypothetically, what I'm doing right now, pretend I was using Screencastify. Right here, boom, I hit record. I would say, okay, welcome to my lesson, blah, blah, blah. I'm a teacher, blah, blah, blah. Draw some things, content with my lesson. And then when it's done, everything that's going on my screen will be recorded with my voice. So it's a way to do quick lessons. And you're going to notice right here, it says a 5-minute limit. I think that's actually a great thing because when we are doing remote learning, kids are going to be all over the map. And some are going to be super into this. Some is going to be like pulling teeth. Like I've been saying to people, you can take a horse to water, you can't make a drink. So just do the best you can to get content to kids, and then pray and hope and all the things that they actually use it. So record, you get your video, you can put it on a variety of different things. Now, let's say you want to teach a lesson. Well, my friends, PearDeck is the thing. Go to Google Slides, which I'm assuming many of you know. If you don't, for example, you can go to your email, you can click on the old tic-tac-toe board, hit slides, and bang, bada bing, bada boom, you got your things. And once you're in slides, you're going to create a new slide, and then you're going to go to add-on and get add-ons. PearDeck used to be its own thing. You're going to see that there are 10 billion people who love to use it because it's great and super simple. So you click this and you install it. Once it's installed, you're going to go add-ons, PearDeck, open PearDeck. What's going to happen is you're going to notice the right-hand side here is going to change. So I am going to open a lesson that I already have. Okay, to show you PearDeck, I've just inconveniently placed myself in the bottom middle of the screen here because I need some of the tools that are there. Check out my face, it's all covered in weird circles. So let's say I wanted to present this thing with Japan. The cool part about PearDeck, if you're unaware, is that the second I hit present lesson, what's going to happen is you're going to log yourself in, labadi, labadoo. What happens, you got a million things open. It's going to initialize PearDeck, and what it's going to do is it's going to pull us away from the slideshow, and it's going to create it right here. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, the money is right there, this code. If you're unfamiliar with PearDeck, in essence, what it's going to do is it's going to take this code. Kids are going to be, if I'm a child, I'm going to go to www.joinpd.com, and then I'm going to punch in that code. And that code is then going to broadcast this presentation directly onto their device. Now, the downfall is they can't hear you. You can just click and change the slides, and as the slides change, it changes for the kids. But you can get feedback from them through these questions. So then the question comes up with, well, how do I get kids to follow my lesson or even record myself doing a lesson, but they can't hear me? So that is when different tools come in. Okay. So one thing, if it's super easy for you, if you have Instagram, or Facebook, a Facebook page for your group, more than likely not, because kids are kids these days and Facebook is for old people. So what they more than likely do is they will turn around and they will say, I have an Instagram. So create a teacher Instagram, because Instagram has the ability to go live. Something like Instagram Live is really valuable because you can just run an Instagram Live. The kids can then hear you. And then from there, what they can do is they can follow along as you run the slideshow. Which is super handy and super easy because it's just a Google Chrome, a Google Slides add-on. Let's see here. What else fun stuff can I show you? Um, if you've never made a PearDeck, essentially you create your slides, and then what you do is you go to a slide, and you're going to notice, I'll kind of just put myself in the middle for a second. You're going to see that there's things here. So you can have students respond by text by simply just clicking this, and it'll create an interactive feature where kids can type in. So for example, my question is, what facts, information, tidbits you know about Japan or Japanese culture, because this is one of our units in grade 8 social. And then the kids can go ahead and type their answers in, and then I can see them and we can discuss them. You can have them answer multiple choice questions or true false by narrowing it down to 2. They can do numerical answers, so you can present math questions and they can do the numerical answers. You can redirect them to websites specific to that you want. They can draw on the slides and they can drag. They can drag things. So for example, you could have like a flag on a map and they would put the flag at the proper country, for example. These couple features are premium features, meaning that you have to have a paid subscription for them. However, in the description below, I will give you a link for 3 free months if you have never used it before. So that's awesome. So that's PearDeck. And again, I'll show you. So let's say I had a question about this slide. Simply just click right there. And once you have it clicked, I'll move me out of the way. It's going to say adding the interactive question to the slide. And bada boom, bada bing, you're done. Now the kids have the ability to type. On your end, you would go here, move me out of the way, and I'll close the join code. And then if I had a prompt, you would go right here to show responses, and then you could discuss the answers. Or discuss their answers with the kids. Look at me, I'm flying all over the screen. You can even prompt them right on the spot, which is cool if you have some great ideas that occur during the flow of your lesson. And last but not least, there is a complete, put me in the middle again, template library that you can use for all kinds of different subject matters and general ideas during, before, or after lessons. Let's do some more. All right, moving on is Gimkit. Now, many of you have probably used Gimkit, so I'm not really going to do an instructional about how to use it because it's super straightforward. They talk about how they're given the 4 free months, the 10 extra kits, all of these amazing things. Company's amazing. They're the coolest people. So you go new kit, you create, blah, blah. Blah. Of course, is what I mashed the keyboard. Language, of course, is English. And then subject, I'll pick science. It automatically looks. I'm going to take this crazy squirrel. Now you can either create your own questions by going add a question. You can have your kids create the questions by giving them a link similar to how I just showed you with PearDeck. And they can create it with Kit Collab, which kids likes, or you can add from a question bank. Really simple. So let's say you're talking about density, just click density, boom, and then you can read the questions and you're like, yeah, these are good, so I'm going to add this one, or they're all good, I can add them all. So once it's all said and done, you can go right ahead and get that going. Now, I'm going to go back for a second now. I'm going to go here, and what I want to show you, and I'm just going to delete this one because I'll delete it later. No, I don't want to do that either. Okay. You can go right here to assignments, and this is kind of fun. So if I go to a bonus quest that I had, what I did was you can actually create a Gimkit and then assign it to your kids through Remind if you use that, which might actually be pretty pertinent right now, Google Classroom, or just straight up email the link in some capacity, share it on social media, whatever it is you do. And then you can set the due date, and then what you can do when you do this is you can actually go and see how many kids have completed it, and you can set the assignments that they do. So I'll kind of build one from scratch to show you. So I'll go to assignments, I'll go new assignment, search a kit, I'll say Japan, I'll go light optics when it was cold. Now I will say that it's due on the 24th. You can specifically go to a time if you want. I'll just put myself down here. Now, if you have classes set up, you can just use the class, but if not, doesn't matter. Give it a title, so you can call it like Extra Credit Review. And if you were paying attention, that's literally what was there. And then here's what you do. You create the handicap, meaning how low can they go, how much do they start with, and then what their goal is about how much money. Once they hit this target, then the game is over. So I go create assignment. And then here it is, and I can issue it to the masses, and I can go to results and check, which is fun to see. Kids will love this. And then again, because Gimkit is so cool and so neato burrito, and you can set up classes and all kinds of stuff, you can go and you can actually play a kit. So you can go here, and I've done this in an entire school setting. Since this mode is relay, so you have to run through. Oh, they put relay mode in. No way. You'll be surprised when you play relay mode. Just saying. What you do is you would just go here, set all of your features, and then when you go continue, you would go here and give kids the code, and then kids will just join the game, and then they'll be able to play alongside each other and with you, if you want to even play too, from a different device. So it's a good way, again, to keep kids' review and content fresh and exciting, and we know how much I love that. Okay, couple more high-end ones. Loom is the coolest thing, and I love it. And what I want you to go right here is you're going to see that they're removing limits and giving it free for education, numero uno, which is amazing. So you go get Loom for free. So I've already done it all, so I'm just going to do my normal logins. And here we are, and here's how simple it is to use. Once you are here, you're going to go to record a video. And you can download it to install it on your computer, or you can use a standard recorder and run it as an extension, the same thing as Screencastify. I have the downloaded version, which I think has you can do the drawing, which is great, and you can record anywhere, not just in a Chrome browser. So I will download the app, and we'll just watch the time together.
2,000 years later.
And where is Loom? Perfect, I've got my video now. I must have hit stopped recording somewhere. Oh, and here's the drawing feature. So on the side here, here's what's cool. I'm going to do this again. So I'm going to start recording. This is, for the record, when I hit a buzzer beater 3-pointer. I'm great. Just kidding. So you can actually pause your recording, which is cool. You can continue the recording. Or you can draw right on your screen, which is what I like, because you can go like this, shrink, and you can have a slideshow, and you can, you know, be like, oh, look at this, you know, and do the, oh, he stinks, right? So whatever, you can do all of those things, and then, of course, you can delete it all as you need to. And then when you're done, you hit this, and it is going to go here. Now, obviously, I seem to have Firefox as a default, which I did not know. So here is my video. Right here, I can give it a description. You can actually have some reaction features which kids like. You can change the speed at which you watch it. All of those different super kind of fun things. And when it's all ready, you go to record a video. So I click record a video, and it's fantastic, and here's why. It goes up here after you've installed it. You go ahead and you give it the old click. You're going to see right now, I can see that my microphone is working. Here I am in the corner, and I can make myself bigger by clicking this or this. So if I want a lot of my face or just a little bit, either works. You can even X yourself out. You can start the recording, or you can pause it in any way you want. So I'll just do a few seconds of recording here. So then it's going to say, do you want to do your entire screen, or do you want your application? And an application means you can pick a specific tab that you have going on, or a specific app that you are running, or background program. Like, for example, I have Loom running, but I'm just going to go my entire screen to keep it simple. And then you can go to share. So here it is recording right now, and so I can go, you know, here is my lesson, blah, 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 Japan, so great, so many great facts, 127 million people, land of the rising sun. Okay, fantastic lesson, have a great day, everybody. You just go ahead and you click the check mark, and what it's going to do is you're going to see, bang, it copied the URL. You share this with the kids right here. You can even invite specific people, or you can add a password to this. Kids can react to your video. it can be downloaded. You can duplicate it for whatever reason you want to do that. You can categorize them in folders by subject. You can customize the thumbnail, trim some of the video, edit some of the settings. You can go to a call to action, which is cool. So if it's like, hey, after this lesson, I want you to complete this online Google form, you can actually guide them to a specific link, which is cool, and you can put the button wherever you choose. And then what you can do is you can actually write, like, hello, this is my Japan. My bad, I cut the recording off. So you can actually come down here and put a little post here. You hit the old post-a-brew, and you're going to see that there's a post, and then kids can reply. So it's a great way to have kids, after that lesson, please reply to this and tell me what was one fact you learned, or, whatever. You're better teachers than I am. Pick whatever it is that you'd like. So I like this because it's quick, it's easy, it's fast. And last but not least, if you want to go into a little bit more of the upper end, you can use Zoom. Now I'm going to put this link in the description, but Zoom is now giving everything for free for educators. If you scroll about 3/4 of the way down, you're going to see this right here where it says students or teachers fill out this form. So you're going to click here, fill out the form, and you're eventually going to get yourself to Zoom. And you're going to zoom right into the sign in, which I have done already. All right, so in about 24 to 48 hours, they'll verify your account so you get full things. But this is what it looks like. The cool part is you can go right here to get training, and then Zoom has a whole bunch of different articles and videos and tutorials that they'll show you about how to get started. But in essence, all you have to do is you just have to schedule a new meeting. So you would call this, like, I'll just go on my Japan. Sorry, every time I type, I seem to pause the stuff here. So I'll go Japan, add a description. And then the cool part is you can schedule it. So you can say, like, okay, next Monday at 1 o'clock, this gives your students a ton. You're going to have a 40-minute window, unless you're free, but after the verification process. So I would say about 30 minutes. You can set the time. You can say it's recurring. Maybe it is, because we don't know how long this stuff is going to go. It can generate the meeting ID automatically. You can require a password. This is kind of cool, so you can tell the password to your kids so that you want to make sure that they don't go around and you have a bunch of people join this. And it can host about 100 people, which I would imagine is great. Audio, you can have people use their phones or computer audio. You can go both if you want. I would just go computer audio because I doubt you're going to want kids calling in with their phones. For video, you're going to want to have video, but participants you're not, unless you have mega bandwidth, because it'll blow up your computers if you have like 100 different screens trying to run or jumping in and out of the meeting, which would be crazy. And then you can enable join before the host if they want, and there's some other features. So when it's all said and done, give it the old save, and then you can actually send notifications to calendars, the meeting ID, and then you can email to your classes or post in Google Classroom this link right here. It works really well. So we'll open Zoom. It'll give it the old launch. So here it is. It is connecting. So then you can join by whatever it is. I'm not gonna test stuff. I know it works right now. So all of that is great. So here I am. You can invite. You can stop video. You can actually share your screen, which is cool. So you can do a whiteboard. You can AirPlay. I've been having some issues with that, but I know it does work. You can hook up external cameras and a variety of things, or you can do your website or your web browser, sorry. So you can actually share your screen specifically. You can, again, change your different sizes and things. And then you can have, you can be teaching your lesson. You can have it here. You can have kids join in and ask questions and a variety of different things. So I'll go to available, of course, and then under settings you can change however it is you want, and you can even have fun with virtual backgrounds. So if you set yourself up properly and go against like a solid wall, you can teach from space and have all kinds of nerdy fun. You're going to see it's hard for me to capture because I have a lot of the background. So what this tries to do is remove the background. So it needs to be as solid as possible and green, ideally. I mean, if you really want to have fun with this, go to the dollar store and tape just a few neon green sheets on the wall, those poster boards, and you can have a ton of fun. And you can even add your own images, which is hilarious to me. And then again, you can look at your statistics about who's watching, how's it going, how's your memory doing for the computer. And again, so many different features. So this is like your high-end stuff. And again, it's super easy. You just stop your screen share, and then you can record bits and pieces that you want. You can invite certain people. You can have a chat window that's open, which is a great feature because, you know, like, so I keep typing and it messes it all. Look, there's recordings of me everywhere. So you just turn around and you can go, you know, like, kids can submit questions and then you can answer them in real time, which is cool. So you can have yourself, you can have the chat window, and you can have your lesson. And then again, you can record the bits and pieces and chunks. So I'm just not going to do a recording right now. Go like that. And then it's going to do an MP4, and then the MP4 can be put on YouTube, can be put on different things. Google Classroom is downloadable, whatever the case may be. So I've ended the meeting, and then you can see here, there's what's recorded when I hit record, and then you're going to notice that it is an MP4, which you can chuck on a variety of different sources. And again, I apologize that that cut. I keep typing things, and the bloody space bar pauses my video for my Screencast-O-Matic. And that hurt because I have a wedding ring. That was not a good idea. So I'll just close all of these things. And then, of course, you have your quizzes with Google Forms, which many people know how to use. And if you don't, really quickly, when you go here, you have to make it required. And then under answer key, you are going to set how many points it's worth. You know, so I'll do the thing that everybody does. So the what is 1 plus 1? That's multiple choice. I'm going to say 1. I'm going to say 2, 3. Notice how it's smart. And 4. And then what you do is you go under answer key and you say what answers are correct. And of course 1 plus 1 is 2, and done. And then when that is all said and finished, you just create your questions by going here. When you want to do text-based answers, it's a little bit tricky because you won't get the immediate feedback unless it's like a spelling test or something. But again, multiple choice and things, Google, this works really, really good. And then you can have the instant feedback for kids. So, look, I know that wasn't my best video at all. Got the kids at home. I'm at home because they're not well. I got the dog running around. They want food. So I've been like running in and out trying to record this video in time for people to be able to start getting stuff done. So message me below if you have any help, and comment other good tools. Like, I know I didn't talk about Flipgrid. I didn't talk about SeeSaw. I didn't like there's an infinite amount of ed tech tools. You can even build your own thing with Glide apps, which I'll link in there. But yeah, so I'll kind of edit this together so it looks not like a complete dog's breakfast. It's all over the place. But again, you can check out a variety of different things. If you need any more clarity, I'll definitely help you out. Look at the red mark from hitting myself with the ring. What a bonehead. And then the idea here is just do the best you can for the kids. This is an unprecedented time in education. Nobody knows what's going on day to day. Things are changing often by the hour. Information that we're getting is changing what we are doing. And then, of course, that's going to trickle down to kids. And it's just this, you know what, do the best you can. There's a lot to learn, but there's 3 things. Be calm for your kids, be confident for your kids, and be brave for your kids, because they are looking to you. Even if they are not in a room with you, they are looking to you for guidance, for support, for that calm, goofy demeanor. So have some fun with it to the best of your ability. Those are some tools you can use. I know it was a slam, bam, thank you, ma'am kind of video and not my best. But hopefully if I can edit it and make it look a little bit more seamless. But of course, if you need any help with anything, please let me know. And those are some tools I'd recommend you check out. All right, until next time.